How you doing in there?
I'm fine, honey. Just relaxing after my wonderful siesta in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure this is non-toxic?
No, it says here it's organic, good for all skin types, and the only caution is not to mix it with alcohol.
Honey? Honey, are you making BLTs? Can I have one?
Well, hello there. What's your name? Who invited you to my party? Dressed up like that. It's time to go. You better get out of my house. You gotta go. You gotta go. Only the party people. You gotta go. I don't think you heard me. Get out of my house.
Work. Welcome to Blood Work. I apologize in advance if you can hear our fan blowing in the background because
It's hot.
It is hotter than Maxine Fortenberry's next door neighbor opened his piece.
Wow.
We are both wearing zombie t-shirts tonight. At the very top of the episode, Kate, who was not long for this world, we found out.
Kate minus 8.
Bill and Kate.
Your 9 lives are up, girl.
when she was walking down the stairs, she was playing Plants vs. Zombies, which is one of my favorite iPhone games.
It's addictive.
It's really addictive. And we kind of had more zombie talk. We had the townspeople.
They're zombies, please. Ugh,
Yeah,
if you have
really.
a couple of drinks.
I didn't see Jane Boathouse. Where's Jane Boathouse? Pam is kind of a zombie at this point. Pam did not kill Miss Yellowtail, as she so delicately put it. And Tara...
She let her fish go.
She did. It was a catch and release
She threw
program.
it back in the water.
And Tara made her leave town. Tara falling on the sword again.
Tara, that I can't love anybody. I'm not good enough to let anybody love me.
Tara, you know what? I liked you for a couple episodes, lady.
Yeah.
Marnie's now Antonia, basically.
But Antonia's has got a long-term lease.
On Marnie. Yeah, she's checked in, and she's not checking out anytime soon, from what I can tell. I love when she spoke. She said, "My name is Antonia." Blah, 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 blah.
Antonia. Blah, blah, blah.
She was kind of like, "My name is Antigua Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
Yeah, but
wait. Actually, wouldn't Bill have sensed that Katie was
Exactly.
killed because
Exactly.
he had drank from her
Exactly.
like every Friday
Exactly.
night and twice on Sundays?
Why wouldn't he run down there in a moment's notice?
Huh? Why were the werewolves that all gathered on the full moon in the woods? Why did none of them turn into wolves?
Yeah.
That was a
I
bit
don't know.
odd, wasn't it?
And you know what? Even just as a party scene, it was kind of lame.
It was totally lame.
It was kind of lame. Like, there was a bonfire and a couple of beers. That doesn't make a party.
It was
okay?
basically, I was waiting for Parker Posey to walk through and go, "Lick me, all of you."
Lame. No, Dazed and Confused was a lot hotter. I grew up in suburban Texas, and there were hotter parties than that one by a bunch of werewolves on a full moon. Moving on.
Moving on. So Jason doesn't turn.
But he looks good.
He does look good. And Hoyt comes over and says, "Meowsy meow, I'll die if I lose her."
Oh, and hello, what is all this? Zombies? Hoyt comes to the door and Jason's like, "Hey, Bubba." I think this is all foreshadowing.
Oh, we don't know.
I don't know.
We sensed it last season too, that maybe Hoyt there were bad things in store for Hoyt.
I do not want this to happen.
Yeah.
But
And for those of you who haven't read the books, Bubba is a kind of a zombie vampire in the books, who's also Elvis. So the fact that they keep calling Hoyt Bubba and they keep talking about zombies.
yeah, if Hoyt dresses up as Elvis for
Halloween and gets
it's
killed,
over.
we're done.
It's over. It's over. Hello.
Check, please.
Goodbye. Check.
Bill comes up with this brilliant idea for all the vampires to chain themselves to their coffins with silver.
Well, at first he orders everyone out. Get out!
He has this scene with Jessica where he's tying her to the bed with chains, and it was so Mommy Dearest to me. Their relationship is really bizarre. Kind of hilarious. All the going to bed with the silver scenes where they were just... Oh, we did find out one good thing from that scene, though. Eric smokes after sex. You heard it here first.
I thought for a while, speaking of Eric, I thought they were going to be doing it the whole episode.
Yeah,
it kept going on.
Pam goes and gets a peel from Dr. Ludwig. The gore in the whole Pam thing is awesome.
like you can see all the muscles on it. It was like the body's exposition.
It was very Hellraiser. I loved it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was very good because it once again, this is a horror.
Yeah.
This is horror, okay? And yes, it's a romance at the same time, but
Yeah.
and romance is a horror too. So.
Well, thank you. It also brought us my favorite moment of the whole episode, which was the image of Ginger riding Pam's coffin like a mechanical bull.
Or
She
a
was
human vibrator.
or human vibrator. It was like a pink quilted
Designer coffin.
Designer coffin.
By no means.
Pam was inside it shrieking, and Ginger jumped on it like Deborah Winger in goddamn Urban Cowboy.
Russell ripping the spine out, Ginger vibrating on the top of a coffin screaming. Like, these are the things that I will remember as the highlights of the season.
Amazing. And that, like, Debbie is now, like, kind of, like,
But she's
becoming
like,
frigid because she saw Sookie getting banged by a vampire. So
Lafayette's a medium.
Lafayette is... I always pegged him as maybe, like, a child extra large. But he's apparently a medium.
Once again, Whoopi Goldberg.
Jesus, you in danger, girl.
Yeah, he's supernatural powers. And it's a rare supernatural power apparently to be able, but not if you turn on Lifetime and you see all the reality shows of like psychic children. So now he's this powerful person with really bad hair, and he can do whatever he wants. But we'll see what he does with it.
They've made him a very powerful supernatural gay force. So instead of the Ghost Whisperer, he's the Ghost Lisperer. That's a pretty huge thing to do to his character.
Yeah. Well,
they just made him enormously powerful.
And like I said before, he's gonna save everyone's ass because he's the only one that can apparently do the same thing that Marnie can do.
Right. He's gonna have to go back
In
400
the
years
toilet.
and like find an ex-boyfriend of hers who's got dirt on her, and like channel that ex-boyfriend and
And
be
then they're
like,
just gonna have a bitch fest like,
Antonio, remember that time that we were in the pigsty and you farted and I laughed at you and you got really mad?
oh my god, girl.
Sam. Okay, they revealed Tommy's thing much
Way
sooner than I
too
thought
quick.
they would. Well, maybe not too quick, but I thought they were going to drag it out. I'm kind of glad they didn't. So, Luna had a couple awesome exchanges with Sam.
She's like,
I adore that woman.
How can I put this so that you won't misinterpret? Fuck you. They realized that Tommy was skinwalking when this was like
Because what a coinky dink.
Because they had just talked about it the other day.
Wait, did he throw up blood? Oh my god, I threw blood too.
And he
oh my
ran a
god,
fever?
That's
Oh.
crazy. Who knew?
They didn't address the fact that you had to kill somebody first.
Sam knew, but Luna didn't know.
No, wouldn't Luna be like?
Wouldn't she be like, oh, who did he kill?
Who did he kill, man? What?
Meanwhile, Bill is becoming Saint Bill all of a sudden.
Oh.
We hated Bill 2 episodes ago. He was a total douchebag. You know, like
Again, he was being manipulated.
egomaniac.
He was sort of.
And now all of a sudden he's like, we just need to have good in the world. And if I ever get out of these chains, I'm going to start an orphanage and save the whales and baby heart.
Make Curly Sue too. It's Nan Flanagan. It's all your fault.
Where's Nan in all this?
I don't know, but up to some shenanigans, I'm sure.
Holly and Andy are still flirting, and they have a really bad first date-ish thing.
Like horrible first date.
Because he's a
He
mess.
took the roses back.
He makes the best like Grinch faces
like,
ever. Lafayette gets back from Mexico in like record time and is at work already. And who does he see in the kitchen? Sexy black house lady.
She had a good dress on though.
And she starts singing in French.
Maybe it's Creole. I don't know.
It could have been Creole. And she was there to make Mikey feel better.
She was singing lullabies.
Singing a lullaby.
Apparently Mikey has someone looking out.
We initially thought that maybe she was his grandmother, right?
But if Lafayette didn't recognize her,
Yeah, that
makes
doesn't seem
us
likely.
think that maybe that's not a relative.
Marnie makes the candles light themselves, and then she shows up. Like the doors open themselves. And
Door.
And she says that human spirits are immortal, which they've been hinting at. You know, there are ghosts.
She did channel the spirit of the vampire
Of Eddie the vampire.
Eddie. So was that
His living
like,
spirit?
Yeah, like, I guess
We don't know.
maybe he, like, I don't really know the mechanics of what vampires are in this world now.
Because you're right. Marnie channeled a vampire spirit and a human spirit. So, of course, shit goes crazy. Bucky gets knocked out. Bucky, poor Bucky.
Bucky?
Exactly. Bill begs to be let out as well.
As your commander, I command you.
As your maker.
Oh, as your master and commander.
As your hamburger helper. Jess crawls to the door. She sees things in squiggle vision. So the big question is Jessica dead? What do you think?
I don't know. And then we see the
That's not
preview
an
for next
answer.
week. And
What do you think? Oh, come on. Hoyt's like that if he, like, loses a sock.
I don't think Jessica's dead. I sure don't want her to be dead.
Well, yeah.
But it's gonna be, she's gonna get messed up. That's all I can say. She's gonna basically be an equivalent of in a coma, I think, for a while.
I think Jason's gonna save her and give her his blood, and they're gonna become bonded and very close, and that's what's gonna be the end of her and Hoyt, maybe. I hope they don't kill her.
But also, she's really interesting,
Yeah.
and she's still growing as,
I don't
as a
think
character,
they would
as
kill
a
her.
person. Okay, Tara. If you just had a life or death situation with a vampire, you do not take a giant bottle of booze and hike it down the highway in the middle of a full moon, and you're just lucky that Marnie found you first, because
Which is saying a lot.
like just if you want to hug you, just let him hug you. And that
My witch slap goes to Sam. Fool me 3,796 and a half times. Shame on Sam, because Tommy is a douchebag. And why do you keep putting up with it? You should have killed him.
no,
I'm sorry.
not
No, you
killed
should have
him.
killed him. Kill him, and you can become a skinwalker.
But
It's
why-
a win-win.
no, apparently,
Here's the thing. If you're not gonna kill him, don't say a bunch of really mean, passive-aggressive shit to him, and then leave. Because he's gonna come out and hit you in the back of the head with a crowbar or something. Or he's gonna pretend to be you. He's gonna shift into you and go and, like, rob a bank or, not return videotapes or something. You can't just be super mean to him and then turn your back, because he's a bitch. Sam, you're being an idiot. I want a divorce. I want a divorce.
it's been 2 weeks.
I want a divorce. 3, 2, 1.
Bling. Jason, Cameroon.
Alcide.
Oh. Sorry, Jason. Doing push-ups in your living room, and then
In boxing gloves?
in boxing gloves, and then in a police uniform. Then your police uniform.
Hello, Alcide?
I know, but
Huffing and puffing and blowing that house down.
I was this close to Eric again, and then with all his bloodiness.
You wish.
And then he was all like bloody and just like pillow talk, pillow talk, pillow talk, pillow talk forever. And it was just too much pillow talk.
This week's Witch Bucket comes from Robert. If you could pick any one person from True Blood to be a guest on your show, who would it be and why?
Hello, Kristen Bauer. There's a seat for you right here. We could do beauty makeovers. We could chat about fashion.
We can do each other's nails.
We could talk about
baby animals. 'Cause
Baby
we love
animals!
baby animal.
I think that's my pick.
Kristen Bauer Van Straten.
And you're
That's
fabulous.
your pick? Yeah, you're fabulous.
And your husband's welcome too.
Of course.
Because,
yes.
you know.
He must be amazing. Well, folks who've been with us from the beginning know that we did have a guest from the show. Season 1 of Bloodwork,
Yes,
Nelson Ellis, who plays Lafayette, was a guest on the show. It's not available anymore because I did it as a co-production with another site that's not hosting it anymore. But it was great to have him on. I would love to have Joe Manganiello's. Joe Manganiello. But you know who I'm going to have to actually decide on? I believe the actress's name is Tara Buck, who plays Ginger. She's seen everything happen.
She steals the scene.
She steals
by the
every
way,
scene she's in.
everything.
So thank you, Robert,
Oh.
for your question. It's a great, fun question. And if you would like your question to be considered for the Witch Bucket, leave it in the comments of the blog post at campblood.org, in the YouTube video comments, and or the Twitter feed of @CampBloodBuzz or @AndySwist. And if your question is picked and read on the air, you will be entered into a drawing at the end of the season.
Girl, so much shit happened in this episode. I'm gonna stick with my 7. It's still really good, but I wanted a little more.
A little more what?
A little less conversation.
There you go.
In the pillows. Like, Marnie is, like, fucking fantastic and powerful, and she's gonna bring the house down, but it took a while. Like, I love Tara and the whole... But then just kicking her girlfriend away, and then the whole, like, Tommy and Sam thing, it just is like, it's the same thing again. I give it a 7.
I'm tough. This one's tough because, honestly, the first 40 minutes of the episode, I would have given like a 6. So I think I'll give it a 7 too, actually. It was just a little uneven. It rallied at the end, but...
I am looking forward to next week.
I know I love things about it, but the whole thing didn't really click for me.
But, well, you know, they
can't all be gems.
They can't
you know?
all exactly. That's exactly what I was.
Why are you putting your arm around me while saying that? Thank you for joining us this week. We will be back next week. Hopefully it will be cooler here in New York, and we'll see if it's cooler for Jessica as well.
With all the flames going on down there,
We are flaming.
Oh.
Wait, what?